Hi Cancer, welcome or welcome back to Lit Intuition Tarot. My name is Kay, and today I'm going to be doing your weekly love reading. I do one weekly love reading and one weekly general reading for y'all. The days are shown in my schedule, listed below in the description box, and you'll also find there a list of the decks that I use, instructions on how to donate to my channel, if so inclined, and a link to my website, where you can book a personal reading with me via Zoom meeting or pre-recorded reading, or order a personalized avatar birth chart. And for today's reading, I'm going to use my pocket-sized light Seers deck, even though it's tiny, and I'm definitely going to invest in the regular size. I just absolutely love this deck, and I've been pretty much hypnotized by it ever since I purchased it. So I figured I'd break it out for your love reading today. Not that I'm biased or anything, but with me being a Cancer sun myself, although I do separate my own personal energy from these readings, I just think we deserve it. So, okay. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Oh, they're so tiny. They are beautiful, though. I'll show you guys the cards as we go. So, Spirit, please help me to tap into the energy of Cancer, the Cancer Collective in love this week. Please show me what they need to see for this week in love. Spirit, please show me Cancer in love this week. Okay. So, first card out, we have the Lovers. Major Arcana for Gemini energy. Could be on the cusp, don't have to be, of course. Thank you, Spirit. Please show me Cancer in love this week. And that card represents kind of how you're showing up, Cancer, and I'll get to the interpretations here as the cards are laid out more. And then next we have the Eight of Cups, Pisces energy. I know these cards will be really hard to see on the table due to both their size and the angle, but that's why I'm going to show them to y'all. Next we have the Eight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. Okay. 8-8. Spirit, please show me. Whoops. I had a card fall on the floor, so let me go ahead and grab that real quick so I don't forget, even though I don't take those in the reading. The next card that flipped over, though, in my hands here is the King of Pentacles. I see that as being Virgo energy. Can also be Taurus, or sometimes Capricorn. Excuse me. Spirit, thank you. Please show me Cancer in love this week. Okay, so we've got two cards for this position. We have the Hermit that came out, Major Arcana for Virgo, as well as the Knight of Cups, Scorpio, Pisces, and sometimes Cancerian energy. Alright, Cancer, just a few more to go here. Let's see what else we have. Next, the Six of Cups, Scorpio energy. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. The I can see why I thought that was a Two of Pentacles. I'm not that used to this deck yet, but it's actually the 6. So now you've got 2 8s, you've got 2 6s. Okay, and one more for Cancer Spirit. The final card out is the High Priestess, which is Major Arcana for your own energy, Cancer, as well as that of Pisces. The Lover's card often talks about a choice. It could sometimes be in regards to a romantic soulmate connection. It doesn't always have to be. But the vibe that I'm getting from it is the more of the soulmate aspects that is often mentioned. You're searching for a real divine connection, Cancer. At least that's how you're showing up this week. And that doesn't mean that this week specifically you're actively looking like joining dating websites or whatever. It just means that you're in that energy of being ready or feeling like you're ready and desirous of a true divine union. The Lover's card, there is an element of test in there. Yeah, there's a test. There's always a choice to make for love or for things in the world that might give instant gratification, that type of energy. I like how Gina on Cancer Baby Tarot, she talks about Adam, Eve, and the snake. So there's a little bit of that air of it too. It's like you're choosing to be a lover. You're choosing love. This is what you want. This is what you would like to have at this time, given a choice between something else that would make you maybe happier. That's what you're interested in. So the type of partners that you've attracted in comparison to the type of partner that you want. Well, the type of partner you've been attracting, they walk away. They get what they need out of you. You fill 8 of their cups, and then they decide to take all of that with them toward their 9 and 10 of cups, toward their own wish fulfillment and joining with someone else, but not you. Whereas what you're looking for with the 8 of Wands, you need someone who's going to show a constant, well, not necessarily constant, I'm not saying you're needy, but the 8 of Wands, it's kind of like a bombardment almost of communication and energy. So you're really interested in finding someone that doesn't leave you any room for insecurity, that's very open and passionate and forthright about their feelings and about their desire for you. They make you feel wanted. But just kind of a typical romantic, passionate union. What Spirit's saying that you need, however, and it doesn't have to be mutually exclusive, it's not like it's opposite of what you want, but with the King of Pentacles, this is a very stable, mature, grounded, generous, faithful king. And Pentacles are all about stability, largely seen as being indicative of financial matters, but not always. It could be simply that they're able to provide you the emotional security and stability that you need. You don't have to worry about them walking away. They don't give you the silent treatment. They're loyal to you. This is what you need. Someone above all who's willing to look at things, look at you as being as valuable, seeing you as being as valuable as you are. With your strength showing up, the Knight of Cups and the Hermit. I'm picking up a healer vibe, Cancer. So you may tend to, and I got a little bit of an element of this too with Pisces, you may tend to attract sort of like strays, that type of, and I'm not putting anybody down when I say that. It's just a word that I'm using to describe the sort of person that they're maybe looking for, that great mothering, nurturing kind of Cancerian vibe that a lot of us have. Even when we try to repress it, sometimes people who are slightly wounded, they're looking for some kind of salve, some kind of balm, and lots of times a Cancer's love can provide that for them to some degree. And so these people, when they're learning about spirituality, you're you make yourself available, not stepping in and saying, I want to be your teacher, not stepping in and saying, I want to take advantage of you while you're down and out and soul searching and come in here and love bomb you, and no. But you are able to approach people and say, you know, I see the pain in you, and I've been through that, and so I would love to, you know, make you feel better. I'd love to take you out on a date, or maybe you send them well, I was going to say mixtape, which would just prove that I'm not a spring chicken anymore, but a conglomeration, a playlist of their, you know, of romantic songs, or to kind of like bring them out of isolation, to kind of make them feel more connected to you when they've sort of retreated within. I also see Cancer as being sort of flipped in the sense that when you're in that Virgo hermit energy of seeking answers from your higher self and from source, people may come to you in a Knight of Cups sort of energy, which there's nothing wrong with, but he's not a king, so there's still a slight level of immaturity there, and it's of someone trying to woo someone, and so people will come towards you because maybe you're attractive, or they like your vibe, and you're able to actually turn it into more of a spiritual, like be a teacher simply through the way that you relate. So in other words, somebody comes to you wanting to maybe, you know, go out for drinks and get laid or whatnot, and your response is, well, hey, let's go check out the new Buddhist temple, or let's, you know, you might introduce them sort of to certain aspects of spirituality or wisdom. And I see that as being it's a lovely quality of a lot of water signs, that they tend to be empathic, and they tend to just instinctively kind of know what other people need on an emotional level, and they're able to provide some kind of a healing vibe toward that. Of course, there's always the catch, you know, that you have to be careful about codependency on either side. And that's something that some water signs can struggle with as well, both within themselves and from others. The Spirit's saying that the way that you can apply that strength with the Six of Cups, you provide a very, almost like a childlike innocence to your romantic connections at times. So this isn't always about being able to stay connected with past partners, but you can often make the people that you're with feel like they have known you before, like in another life, sort of a past life connection type of energy, like you remind them of happier days when things were simpler and there wasn't all the game playing. Because Cancers, although they're extremely good at mind games and can be very manipulative because they're not only intelligent, but they perfectly understand like a wide range of the human emotional experience. It's like they don't like to go there. They often use those capabilities instead to try to work toward healing others, and so they can have like a very refreshing, open-hearted, like no hidden agenda kind of energy. So Spirit's saying that, you know, this is a way to apply your strength, is by making people feel very comfortable and like they can kind of go back to who they really are, who they were as children, and like expose themselves, their real selves to you. Your weakness is showing up as the Ace of Pentacles. Although you could interpret that many ways in the spread, it came to me extremely clearly when I pulled this card, or rather when it flipped over in the deck. And it sounds terrible, and I'm not trying to call anybody pigs, but I thought of that verse from the Bible about throwing your pearls before swine. You have to be somewhat discerning of who is deserving of the beautiful gift of your energy, Cancer. And that doesn't mean, I mean, everybody's at a different place on their path, right? So it's not saying you're better than everybody else and, you know, wait for the King of Pentacles. It's just saying that be more cognizant of what has real worth and what has real value and adding to your life, as well as you being able to add to others. Because when there's not an equal exchange and you're giving everybody the Ace of Pentacles every time you manage to get a new one, or the universe gifts you with one, or whatever. It's like you're giving it away, and sometimes these people don't understand its value, and they treat it like it was a piece of dirt or rock or clay or whatever. They don't see the value in you. They don't understand. And so it's wise at times you just be aware of too freely giving away of your precious energy, Cancer, because while you may think it's infinite, and if you were always connected 100% to the divine in a perfect world, it would be an infinite source. But unfortunately, we'll occasionally run into things in our lives that cause chakra blockages or whatever the case may be. And you might not always have that instant and eternal constant connection to source to keep refilling you, and so you can find yourself depleted. Now, the way that Spirit is saying to overcome that weakness with the Six of Pentacles, again, it's talking about reciprocity, equal give and take. So be more cognizant of, it's not about tit for tat, and oh, if I, paid for dinner yesterday, then this person sure as hell better pay for it the next time. No, of course not. But kind of keeping track, that does sound like tit for tat. The best way that I can say is just to be aware of what you're receiving as opposed to what you're giving, that it makes sense, that it's balanced, that it's coming into balance, that even if it seems to kind of sway a little bit more one way or the other, with one person being more the taker and the other the giver, that overall in the larger picture there's a balance, there's an average. For your advice card from Spirit, with the High Priestess, of course, always use your intuition in these matters. Your intuition isn't just about the heart, it's not just about the mind, it's not just about that extra spiritual knowing of, the third, or the crown chakra, being lit up. It's also about your gut feelings as well. And that's something, use your intuition when sort of feeling out whether or not a situation is fair, is reciprocal. Be aware of these people. If you can tell that they just need healing, then great. Maybe you're able to sort of help them along their path with some words of wisdom, or letting them know that you're there for them. But getting into romantic relationships is not advisable in general at this time, Cancer, because you seem to be drawing in people that are just coming to you to take your medicine to make themselves well, but kind of leaving you feeling a little bit undervalued. So just remember, Cancer, you're beautiful inside and out, and you deserve the best. With that, I will wrap up this reading. If you guys made it all the way through, I appreciate your time and attention. Please like, share, subscribe, tap the notification bell, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye, Cancer.